Okay, so Mars stock reached our take profit price level. So I'm going to break that down. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. We're also going to look at Bitcoin like we always do. We're going to break everything down. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to start off with Mars stock. But before I do, a quick announcement because I'm very excited about it. I was on the phone with my realtor, and the stuff that I was talking about in yesterday's video that I'm excited to bring to the channel is coming true. We got more information from the property that I'm looking at. It, like I said in yesterday's video, it's a lot of that GTA 5 online vibe. Um, I'm really excited, so I'm just gonna tell you guys. So it's a high-rise condo building. I will be actually purchasing the unit. It's got an amazing glass wall. It looks out into the city skyline, so it's gonna look really beautiful at nighttime as well. And it's got an underground private garage, 24/7 concierge service, and a lot of other extra stuff like a private movie theater inside the condo building as well, just for residents. I'm very excited to transfer my YouTube office, where I trade, where I handle a lot of other stuff in the background. I want to transfer that into there. I want to make a lot of content for you guys. It's gonna be really, really exciting. And driving the Corvette underground into the private parking garage is gonna be so fun, so sick, and it's gonna look really cool to make some videos with as well. But I did do a little day trade today. I'm very focused on looking at day trading opportunities on, here it is, the transactions on Bitcoin. This one was with iBit being a little bit less aggressive. It was 50K invested. Same thing like in like the few day trades from last week. It's simple. It's capturing a little bit of the bullish momentum early morning as micro supports are being supported. So a little over 250 profit on that one. I think that trade lasted it was like half an hour or so. Um, but I closed it out. I just don't want to hold any short term long Bitcoin trades. If you guys are curious on how I'm participating in the overall bull markets, like a week ago, I made a video explaining my trading strategy in a very simple layout. There will be more videos explaining every section of the trading strategy soon. But in that video, it gives you a better understanding of how I manage all my trades, my core positions, and my short term positions. So I am not greedy when it comes to capturing every single short-term move. I'm in the game, and we're still going towards the if I can show you guys, we're still going towards, before I jump into Mars stock, the 128 price level target. I'm not saying it's going to top out in this area, but this is the next overall bull market take profit line. The first one was down here at 114.5k. That's where the majority of the core position gets closed out. And then there's always more exposure to capture the rest of it, each fib line being a take profit line. We're close to 128k. I'm going to break down what I'm looking at in the short term in order for me to want to open up some other short term long trades with Bitcoin. It's been a bit since I had a short term long trade with Bitcoin, a short term swing trade, but I'm okay with that. I have no problem waiting however much time I need to until my ideal setup is provided. That's the whole reason of having core positions. That's the whole reason. One of the big reasons I'm able to be patient with it. But guys, you gotta be patient. Um, Wait for those good setups. Don't force trades. But to get into Mars stock right now and what I'm looking for, I'm gonna break stuff down. Remember, everything I say is just my own personal opinion. I just like to share with you guys my charts. I like to share with you guys what I'm looking at. And so please just do your own due diligence and your own research. But to get started, um, we have had two other similar swing trades. The first one was a potential low point to accumulate. Down here, red is always an accumulation zone on my charts. Take profit in this case was the value gap right here because we were trying to form a bottom, use the value gap as a take profit, and look for an opportunity for a higher low because we were downtrending. We took profit on that. I've been documenting all this for a while now. So there's videos during this time. There's videos if you guys wanted to see what I was saying. I have nothing to hide. But yeah, so there was an opportunity to accumulate. It was likely that we were getting ready to start an uptrend within what's considered an overall downtrend, and the uptrend can last anywhere from $20 to $25. But here's the deal. We had a higher low opportunity to accumulate, take profit being this extension area I gave you guys. And all of these are always given ahead of time so you guys understand what I'm looking for. And I'm very conservative with these, so I tend not to change them whatsoever. But if I do, I always update you guys. We had an opportunity here to accumulate at another higher low, so red accumulation area, with the idea of locking in some profit due to a lot of random macroeconomic news always coming out. We don't know what's going to come out. So this is a way to lock in some profit while still leaving exposure for the overall take profit extension area. What happened today, and I sort of, when it happened, I talked about it on the Discord, but we saw Mara stock pump to $20 and break $20. So it's trading right now roughly 20.57 as of US market close today. I'm not sure what it is after hours right now, but it hit the take profit. This is the moment where, in my opinion, the majority of the overall swing trade should be locked in to lock in those profits. I mean, if you guys were accumulating during this time, we'll just use conservatively this top range for averaging 25%. We'll say 20% if it was right at $20 if anyone sold, but nice profit. So now the majority should be at least 50% in my opinion, due to the high risk nature of a reversal at any point. Because it's possible that we're seeing Bitcoin and we're seeing the overall market. We're seeing a lot of this. I still haven't opened up any S&P 500 short-term longs because I'm waiting for another test of the 120 moving average. But when it comes to Mara stock, I mean, any weakness in Bitcoin. I mean, if we're just seeing a rally due to not just October, but anticipation for another rate cut in the next FOMC meeting, which comes soon. There's US calendars you guys can look up. I believe there's one in October, but it could be anticipation towards it, and then we can see something very similar to what we saw last time. And I called it out. I'm like, hey, we're seeing. If I open up Bitcoin real quick, we're seeing this bullishness leading up into an FOMC meeting. It's all being factored in. Expectations are very high for a 0.25 rate cut. We got it. We had a sell-off, right? Back into the accumulation prices we had previously. So now the idea here is that we can see something potentially the same, and this can cause a nice reversal. But what I'm going to do is that I'm just factoring in this move. We're just going to keep following the price higher. So if it does correct now, we have an opportunity to reaccumulate lightly at another higher low potential. In this case, it will be fair to have a trend line to keep an eye on as well. This trend line is more significant if we factor in the whole move, as you can see here. So there's two ways of doing it, but they both overlap kind of the same. But the idea here is that soon I will be looking at shorting Mara stock, but there's still momentum. I don't want to open up any shorts just yet, actually. But if at least 50%, if you guys were taking similar trades, 50% is closed out, we still have some exposure. The majority is locked in. It would be a good idea to potentially raise any SLs, any limit orders to sell if the price drops, raise it. That way you're locking in a lot of that profit or profit that's left over for the shares that haven't been sold, raising it. So if we do have a strong reversal, I mean, you'll be in a really good position. At least that's how I view it. But the idea here is that just because we broke $20 doesn't mean it has to come down. We still have, as you can see, all this room for the price to go up. The higher we go, the higher the risk of it finding a top. As of right now, the price can reverse at any point. But the idea is that we accumulated and the majority of the profit was locked in at $20. That's the start of the take profit zone. A lot of people were very disapproval of Mara stock going over $20. So it's very nice to see that they were proven wrong. If the uptrend is still alive and we never had an invalidation point, which is the swing low, then there's no reason to think that it's over until it breaks it. It never did. So accumulation held strong. Take profit. We have an opportunity to lock in more profit on the rest of the shares. Like if you guys have not sold the majority of it yet, it may be a good idea to actually lock in some profit. You right, because you earned it. So that's the idea. I'm looking to short, but I want to see if this is gonna go higher, break this swing high. I'm very interested in mostly if I can see the price go to like 2150 up to 22, somewhere in that range, I'll be more interested in shorting. Just a little bit. I think $1,000 with a 2-week expiration will get me like 10 to 15 contracts for some puts. That's probably what I'm looking at, but as I make a decision, I will let you guys know. So but yeah, it can still range. We have all that room to still go up, but it's very important that to understand that the risk increases. So it's a good idea to lock in profit and lock in more profit if we're able to go up higher, but the majority of it being locked in, and then again raising those sell orders so you're good if we do have a strong dip. When it comes to Bitcoin, it's simple, right? So I gave you guys the 128k price level that I'm keeping an eye on as the next core position take profit. But the idea here is that when it comes to short-term trading, this green line it's just representing 128k. That's where it's at. What I'm looking at for short-term trading, because I feel like the core position, especially on the strategy video, it makes very much sense. I don't even have to explain it. It's very simple to understand what I'm doing. So if you guys check that out, it's quite informative if you're curious about how I manage my trades. But the thing is, in order to open a short-term long for swing trading, so holding it, not just day trading, it's holding it for more than one day. The idea is that I'm looking for a corrective move. So this is where it's very important now, because we broke over the swing high and we made a new all-time high. It's very nice to see that the retracement from this low up to the high falls in line very nicely with this swing high, which we can see at this point there was resistance. We can see that act as support in the future potentially, but regardless, it's overlapping nicely with this zone. So I'm looking at for short-term long swing trades. Again, I will continue to be taking advantage as long as I see it fits. Some day trades, just taking advantage of small early morning micro supports being respected. Just making a couple hundred here and there, just to continue participating in some, in the short-term aspect of this. But the idea for those swing long trades, short-term swing long trades, the idea is I want to see a retracement factoring in this whole move, and it falls in line here, it falls in line here. There's plenty of imbalance gaps, especially if you're looking at this like on the 2 or the 4 hour time frame. Just looking at it at the 1 hour. But there's a lot of potential. Also, the moving average we're slowly getting closer to it as it's rising. So if we see, and we've seen this multiple times, we've seen this multiple times as we continue to see price strength, where we see the 120 moving average, at least on my charts, I see them, it flirts with it a little bit and continues higher. So what I said in yesterday's video still holds up. I want to start, because again, I'm trading these ETFs, IBITS, BitU. I'm not trading spots. So I would rather be in a little early, but focus on position sizing. So the moment the price hits the 120 moving average, and right now we're seeing some weakness, but it's still moving. A simple uptrend has not been broken yet. But the idea is I want to start lightly accumulating some IBIT, probably starting off with like somewhere between $20,000 and $50,000 worth of IBIT, and then as we start to trend, or not trend, but that's where I want to open it. So if we do have a dip into support and a recovery out of market hours, at least I'm invested. So I would rather be in early. I've done this many times in the past, and it's always I have reasons for it, right? And I explain those better as I'm doing it. But the idea here is that I want to start buying some IBITs once we hit the 120 moving average, and then backing it up with BitU within this supportive retracement area. And it's pretty much as simple as that. That's what I'm looking for. Again, core position next TP 128k. The first one was 114.5, so we're just letting this run. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.